Now, Bangalore is a market where developers admit 2- and 3-bedroom apartments traditionally sell the best. But today, that scenario seems to be changing given a surge in demand for 1-bedroom units. What's fueling this demand? And is it here to stay? Lakshmi Sivadas finds out.
Vikeshwar and Narendra Singh have many similarities between them. Both of them have moved in from North India to Bangalore to work in IT firms. Both have families, and when it comes to the house they would like to own, in the city, they both prefer 1-bedroom apartments. But their reasons for it are very different.
When we get a little bit older, we want to stay with our kids closer by, and I think this 1 BHK is perfect. So, as an investment purpose, and then later when we retire, I think we can stay in that house.
If I am planning for the 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 4 BHK also, and because of some job insecurity and the other things, if you don't have just the repaying the capacity, and unnecessarily the debt and the pressures and the other things will come on your head.
Vikeshwar and Narendra represent a very small part of a growing pool of people who today prefer owning 1-bedroom apartments in a city where 2- and 3-bedroom units traditionally saw most takers. Developers, meanwhile, recognize the need and are now looking to keep up with the demand.
10% of the inventory is basically, of the stock or whatever we create is 1 bedroom. And in terms of the trend that we have seen on these 1 bedrooms, they're very quickly consumed.
1 BHK percentage of sales, contribution to the total sales have gone up. It's gone up from 5 to 6% to something about 15% today, and likely to move up to about 20-odd%.
Developers like Prestige are leading the pack when it comes to creating 1-bedroom units in the city. New launches of 1-bedroom apartments rose significantly between January 2013 and 2014 from just 39 projects to 239 projects in the city. While the average size of the 1-bedroom apartment is about 660 square feet, it is still popular, especially in the micro markets of Electronic City, Sarjapur Road and KR Puram. The biggest attraction for these units is the ticket size, which is ranged between 3,351 rupees per square feet to 3,877 rupees per square feet in the last 2 years. But the ticket size is just one part of the lure that these 1-bedroom units hold. Despite all the upside, would this make for a good investment in the long run compared to larger units? Experts say that it all depends on the number of units you buy.
It really doesn't make too much of commercial sense because the returns will be much lesser. But it also depends on how whether the investor can buy multiple units and see what kind of flexibility they provide. But typically, it's not a very large attraction from an investor perspective.
Experts agree that owing to the escalating costs of owning a larger unit within the city, the demand for 1-bedroom apartments may not die down anytime soon. From Bangalore, Lakshmi Sivadas for NDTV.